Today I'm building 4 LEGO Star Wars spaceships at 4 different price points. 50 cents, $1, $25, and then $200. Let's get started. The ship I'm choosing to build is the Jedi Interceptor. It's one of the sleekest ships in the Star Wars universe, and it's one of my favorite designs. I'm building Anakin's model, so I gathered every gray and yellow piece I had. Let's start with the 50-cent version. I'm guessing this one's gonna be pretty small. And this is what I came up with. It's microscopic, but I think it still kind of captures Anakin's interceptor. It scales pretty well next to the UCS Venator. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's worth 50 cents, and it kind of stinks. Let's move on to the $1 version. At $1, we can pack in more pieces and add way more detail. Here's what I came up with. Definitely an upgrade from the last one. I even added R2 as the blue stud on the side wing, plus the ship's engines. I feel like it looks a whole lot more like a Jedi Interceptor, and it definitely looks like it's worth $1. Let's bump the budget up to $25. I already own the official 2014 LEGO version of this ship, so I'm bringing it out. It originally sold for $25, and I've always loved the design. It's super accurate, and honestly, it looks way better than the versions I just made. Safe to say, $25 in LEGO parts makes a big difference. Here it is next to an old toy version of the ship, which happens to be Obi-Wan's model. This is the scale I'm aiming for with the $200 build. Let's jump into it. For $200, I'm gonna need a heck of a lot more pieces. I'm starting with the cockpit and making sure it's sturdy enough to hold those massive wings. And here's what I've got. It feels pretty strong. Now on to the wings. The wings on a Jedi Interceptor have a unique shape, so it was super challenging trying to pull it off. The wings have a Republic symbol on the back, so I borrowed those pieces from the LEGO set since I didn't have any extras. R2-D2 usually hangs out on the side wing, but a small LEGO minifigure would look funny if I placed it here, so I'm going with the large LEGO version. I love this large LEGO R2, but I really just need the head. Sorry, R2. And here's the finished build. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I made sure to include its iconic fold-out wings and made them actually functional. Here's a look at the back engines. And of course, you can't forget to add the giant lasers on the front and sides. And R2's tucked into the left wing nice and cozy. And I made it so his head could spin for a bit of extra movie accuracy. Let's take a look inside. I made sure to build a full cockpit interior complete with a seat, control panels, and joysticks. And no, it's not minifigure scale. Sorry, Anakin, you won't fit in here. Designing the cockpit was the toughest part since it needed to be so rounded, and that's hard to do with blocky LEGO pieces. But I managed to use some curved elements to achieve a smoother look. Let's measure this thing. It's approximately 13.5 inches long. Here it is next to Obi-Wan's toy version. They're pretty close in scale. I'd say this thing looks like it's worth $200. It certainly cost about that much in pieces. And here's the whole lineup, from 50 cents all the way up to $200. Gotta say, the $200 build is definitely my favorite. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with this build. It was tough to make, but a fun challenge. It feels solid so far, it hasn't fallen apart on me, but let's put it to the test and see how durable it really is. It survived, I give it a pass. And that's a wrap. As always, that wasn't easy, but it was a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments what I should build next. Thanks for watching. This is Cooper from Vice Versa Bricks. I'll see you in the next one.